Prince Louis has just shocked the world by revealing a bombshell about Camilla, the current queen consort of the United Kingdom. This not only raises many questions about what is truly happening within the royal family, but also marks a bold move from a young child like Louis, a member of the royal family, so young, speaking out about something that very few within the family have dared to reveal. While most other members of the royal family tend to remain silent on sensitive issues, Prince Louis has unexpectedly spoken out, making many wonder, why would a child do this? Could it be that the tensions between the royal generations have reached a point where they can no longer be kept secret? Or is there a deeper story behind the relationships within this powerful family that we don't know about? What lies behind Louis's words? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next intriguing story. In every family, there's always that one little person who knows how to steal the spotlight, make everyone laugh, and sometimes get under their sibling's skin. In the royal family, that special role belongs to Prince Louis. The youngest child of Prince William and Princess Kate, Louis has quickly earned a name for himself with his cheeky grin, playful blue eyes, and silly antics that keep royal watchers and the public smiling. Prince Louis is known for his fun-loving spirit. Whether he's pulling funny faces at important royal events or playfully blowing out his sister's candle at Christmas, Louis brings a touch of sweetness and lightheartedness to the royal family. It's no wonder people have started calling him the royal family's little troublemaker, but in the most adorable way. Behind the laughter and jokes, there's a strong and loving bond between Louis and his older siblings, Prince George and Princess Charlotte. As the youngest, Louis adds excitement to their lives. His relationship with Charlotte is especially close. At just 8 years old, Charlotte often takes on the role of the responsible older sister. She's been seen many times gently guiding Louis during public appearances, making sure he stays in line, or at least tries to. A lovely example of their bond happened during Kate Middleton's Christmas Carol service at Westminster Abbey. It was Louis's first time attending, and though the grand setting could have been overwhelming, he looked calm and happy with Charlotte by his side. When Louis mischievously tried to blow out Charlotte's candle, she didn't scold him. Instead, she smiled and moved on, showing the kind of patience only a loving sister could. Their closeness has been growing since Louis was a baby. One of the sweetest memories is a photo taken on Charlotte's 3rd birthday, where she's cradling her newborn brother and gently kissing his head. Since then, the two have shared countless special moments, whether attending royal events or simply playing together at home. Louis's connection with Prince George has also blossomed. Now 10 years old, George has more responsibilities, but he still makes time for fun with Louis. Recently, the two have become little partners in mischief, sneaking snacks from the kitchen and playing harmless pranks on their parents. At Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee, George kept a careful eye on his spirited little brother, making sure Louis didn't wander too far or cause too much chaos. It was a touching reminder of how much George cares for Louis, balancing his growing royal duties with being a protective and playful big brother. At home, Louis's lively personality shines just as brightly. Lately, he's taken up drumming, filling the house with joyful noise. Prince William jokingly mentioned needing to cover his ears, while Charlotte pretends to be unimpressed, though she secretly enjoys it. And George acts like he's too cool but can't resist joining in. It's these simple, everyday moments that show the Wales children are just like any other siblings, full of fun, love, and a little bit of mischief. Despite their royal titles and grand surroundings, it's clear that what matters most to George, Charlotte, and Louis is their bond as a family. Whether attending official events or visiting charities, their closeness and warmth are easy to see. Recently, at a charity for babies, Charlotte took charge, while Louis lit up with excitement over a King Kong toy, proving once again that it's the small, joyful moments that make childhood magical, even for a prince. But his journey did start there. Let's look at his birth and growth. Prince Louis was born on a bright spring morning, April 23, 2018, bringing happiness to the entire United Kingdom. The news of his arrival at St. Mary's Hospital in London filled the air with excitement. Bells rang, guns fired in celebration, and crowds gathered to welcome the newest royal baby. It wasn't just another royal birth, it was a special day of pure joy for both the nation and the royal family. His parents, Prince William and Princess Kate, named him Louis Arthur Charles with great care and love. His name honored two important family figures, Lord Louis Mountbatten and King Charles III, his grandfather. Though his name was quite long for a tiny baby, little Prince Louis seemed ready to carry it with pride and a lively spirit right from the start. A very sweet moment in Louis's young life was his christening on July 9, 2018 at the Chapel Royal in St. James's Palace. The Archbishop of Canterbury baptized him in a lovely, traditional ceremony. Surrounded by family and royal customs, the day was filled with warmth. His older siblings, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, stood close by, proudly watching their baby brother. The family photos from that day showed smiles and love, hinting at the close bond that would grow between them. As the youngest in the royal family, Louis's early years have been a delightful mix of royal events and simple, happy family moments. Prince William and Princess Kate have worked hard to give their children a normal, happy childhood alongside their royal duties. Louis spent time playing in the gardens of Kensington Palace and at their peaceful country home, Anmer Hall. He loved running outdoors, helping in the kitchen, and making special memories with his family. From a very young age, Louis showed his bright, playful nature. In 2019, at the Trooping the Colour event, he made his balcony debut at Buckingham Palace. Instead of being shy, little Louis happily waved to the huge crowd, quickly winning hearts with his cheerful smile. As he grew, Louis's funny faces and sweet mischief at royal events made him a favorite with the public. During Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee in 2022, his playful antics once again stole the show. While others focused on formal speeches and ceremonies, Louis brought laughter and lighthearted moments, reminding everyone that even royals need to have fun. Louis also began school in 2021 at Wilcox Nursery School near Kensington Palace. On his first day, he arrived with a big smile, excited to make new friends and explore. It was clear that, like his parents, Louis was curious about the world and eager to learn. In 2022, a big change came when the royal family moved to Adelaide Cottage in Windsor's home park. The new home gave the children more space, freedom, and fresh air to enjoy nature. Louis joined his siblings at Lambrook School, continuing a family tradition of learning and growing together. Despite being so young, Louis has already been part of important moments in British history. After Queen Elizabeth's passing in 2022, his grandfather became King Charles III, moving Louis to fourth in line for the throne. It was a meaningful change since new rules allowed him to keep his place after his sister Charlotte. On May 6, 2023, at King Charles's grand coronation, Louis charmed everyone again. Dressed in his best clothes, he attended the historic event with his family, bringing innocence and sweetness to the grand occasion. While Prince George had a more serious role, Louis's cheerful presence reminded everyone of the bright future ahead for the royal family. Even at such a young age, Prince Louis has shown that he's a special part of his family. His joyful spirit, playful nature, and close bond with his brother and sister have made him one of today's most beloved young royals. The royal family simply wouldn't be the same without him, their little prince who fills each day with smiles and sunshine. He might be a mischievous prince, but his extremely strong bond with the older members of the monarchy needs to be looked into. Who does he relate with his parents and grandparents? Stick with us. Prince Louis may be the youngest member of the royal family, but that doesn't mean he's ever overlooked. From the moment he was born, he has been surrounded by love and care, not just from his parents, but from his royal family too. Behind his adorable smiles and playful antics, there's a beautiful story of the strong, loving relationships that helped shape his childhood. At home, his mother, Princess Kate, is the one who knows him best. Kate is a hands-on mom, always making time for her kids despite her royal duties. And she enjoys being with Louis for the small, everyday moments playing outside, reading bedtime stories, and baking together in the kitchen. Louis's curiosity and energy keep Kate on her toes, but she loves every minute of it. Their garden at Adelaide Cottage is a favorite spot for Louis, where he loves helping his mom plant flowers and explore nature. Kate also shares her love for art with Louis, and he thrives in these joyful, creative moments. Whether he's dancing with his sister or chasing his brother, Kate treasures these simple but special times. Through all their laughter, Kate builds memories that will last a lifetime for Louis. Prince William is equally devoted to his children. He learned important parenting lessons from his mother, Princess Diana, and applies those to his own kids, especially Louis. The bond between father and son is filled with laughter, playfulness, and love. Louis's mischievous smiles always bring joy to William. And whether they're running around outside or sharing a tickle fight, William makes sure Louis feels cherished. But their relationship is more than just fun and games. William also teaches Louis about kindness, empathy, and the importance of family. These lessons will stay with Louis as he grows older. Louis' grandparents, Carol and Michael Middleton, also play a huge role in his life. Away from the public eye, Louis enjoys a peaceful childhood at their home in Bucklebury, where he can be carefree and full of joy. Carol, with her warm and caring nature, loves spending time with Louis. She's not just his grandmother, she's his playmate, his baking partner, and the one who gives him secret cuddles when no one's watching. Together, they bake cookies, play in the garden, and enjoy the simple pleasures of life. Michael Middleton, though quieter, brings calmness to Louis's world. He takes Louis on walks, reads with him, and shares the beauty of nature. These moments with his grandparents give Louis a sense of balance and peace, something his parents deeply appreciate. Then there's King Charles III, Louis's grandfather. Despite his royal duties, Charles always makes time for his grandchildren. He shares his love for nature with Louis, telling him stories about the grand gardens and the importance of trees. Even though Louis is still young, these lessons are helping to shape his future. Charles has a special place in his heart from all of his grandchildren, and Louis's energy and laughter brighten his days. Their time together is filled with warmth, with Charles teaching Louis about kindness, curiosity, and the world around him. These quiet, loving moments will become cherished memories, building a strong bond between grandfather and grandson. In a world filled with royal events and traditions, Prince Louis is lucky to have so much love from all corners of his family. His relationships with his parents, grandparents, and grandfather are grounded in joy, support, and endless affection. Each person in his life brings something special to his journey, and these close connections will guide him as he grows. His family has a place in his heart, but one name is missing: Queen Camilla. But to better understand, we have to look at the beginning of it all, the relationship that shaped Prince William's world. Prince William grew up surrounded by royal traditions, grand palaces, and the constant watch of the world. To many, it seemed like a fairy tale life. But behind the palace walls, things were very different. His parents, Prince Charles and Princess Diana, were facing troubles in their marriage, and young William felt every bit of it. Even though there were happy family moments, William could sense when things weren't right. His mother and father began drifting apart, and it hurt him deeply. Their smiles for the cameras couldn't hide the sadness at home. After 5 years of marriage, it became clear to many that Charles and Diana were very different people. They wanted different things, and slowly, cracks began to show. In 1986, both of them looked for comfort elsewhere. Diana grew close to James Hewitt, the family's former horse riding teacher. At the same time, Charles returned to the woman he truly loved, Camilla Parker Bowles. Whispers and rumors filled the air. The newspapers guessed. The public wondered. And inside the royal family, tension was everywhere. In 1989, Diana finally confronted Camilla at a birthday party. Though the royal family tried to save the marriage, even Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip stepping in to help, the damage was too deep. Prince Philip wrote letters to Diana, asking her to try to understand Charles. Though the letters were painful to read, Diana appreciated the care behind them, but nothing could fix what was broken. By the early 1990s, private conversations between Charles and Diana were leaked to the world. Embarrassing stories and heartbreaking moments were shared in newspapers and on TV. Prince William was caught in the middle, watching his family fall apart while the world watched, too. For him, it wasn't just royal drama. It was the loss of the home he knew. In December 1992, Charles and Diana announced their separation. The royal family called it amicable, but behind the scenes, it was anything but. Rumors swirled about Diana's fears that Charles had grown too close to his personal assistant, Tiggy Leck Burke, who had once been a nanny to William and Harry. All these whispers made William's world feel even more uncertain. Finally, in 1996, Charles and Diana officially divorced. Though they shared custody of William and Harry, the split left lasting marks on both boys. William especially learned painful lessons about love, trust, and how hard it could be to live a life in the spotlight. The arguments, the sadness, and the gossip changed how he viewed relationships forever. But as William grew older, those difficult years shaped him in quiet, important ways. He remembered how it felt to be caught in the middle, how painful it was to hear hurtful words, and how much he longed for peace. Those memories became lessons. They helped guide him when he found love with Princess Kate. Today, you can see the difference in the way William cares for his own family. The warmth, laughter, and calm moments he shares with Kate and their children show how deeply those childhood experiences touched him. He's a hands-on father, a loving husband, and someone who treasures trust and honesty above all else. Though the old wounds from his parents' marriage may never fully fade, they help Prince William become the thoughtful, kind, and protective man he is today. His past heartaches built the foundation for a future filled with love and hope, and that's a truly beautiful thing. William might have accepted Camilla openly, but we don't know what's within. How would this relationship affect Prince Louis inside the royal family? There's a warm circle of love around little Prince Louis. His mother, Princess Kate, adores him. His grandfather, King Charles, loves to laugh and play with him. Everyone close to Louis seems to light up when he's around. But there's one person who stays quietly in the background, Queen Camilla. While the others enjoy playing games, baking cookies, or walking in the garden with Louis, Camilla isn't often seen sharing those special moments. People have noticed this and can't help but wonder why. Is it just a coincidence? Or is there a deeper reason? Some believe the answer lies in the past. To understand it, we need to look back at Prince William's own childhood. When William was a young boy, his parents, Prince Charles and Princess Diana, began having problems in their marriage. The world watched as their relationship fell apart. And sadly, Camilla's name was often mentioned in the middle of it all. William saw his family's pain unfold in newspapers and on TV, and it left a mark on his heart. Years later, in 2005, when Camilla married King Charles, William appeared supportive in public, but those close to the family say there was still some distance between them. William's deep love for his late mother made it hard for him to fully welcome Camilla into his life. And though time has passed, those old feelings can be hard to forget. When William married Princess Kate and became a father, he promised himself that his children would have the loving, peaceful childhood he missed out on. He wants them to grow up feeling safe, happy, and far away from family tension. Because of this, William might choose to keep Camilla at a polite distance, not out of anger, but out of love for his children. And children, even young ones like Louis, can sense things adults don't always notice. Louis is known for his cheeky grin and playful energy, but he's also smart and sensitive. Kids pick up on feelings in a room: a missing smile, an awkward silence, or a quiet tension. Though Louis might not understand the history between his father and Camilla, he may feel more drawn to the people who surround him with warmth and comfort. For her part, Camilla has worked hard to show kindness in public and to support King Charles. Many people now see her in a positive light, but inside the family, things can be different. Strong bonds between grandparents and grandchildren that are built during small, simple moments, sharing stories, baking treats, or picking flowers in the garden. So far, there haven't been many signs of these kinds of moments between Camilla and Louis. Some say Louis is still young and doesn't attend many big royal events. That could explain why he's not often seen with Camilla. But others feel it's more than that, a quiet understanding shaped by old family heartaches and unspoken emotions. Even so, there's no bad feeling in this distance. It's gentle and quiet, a kind of silent agreement. Camilla remains part of the royal family, but in Prince Louis's lively, playful world, she's more of a kind figure in the background than an active playmate. Even though people often talk about tension in the royal family, there have been a few very sweet moments between little Prince Louis and Queen Camilla that touched everyone's hearts. These rare, gentle moments made fans wonder if there's a quiet, special bond between them, one that we don't often hear about. One of the most adorable moments happened on Christmas Day at Sandringham. It's a joyful time for the royal family, filled with traditions, laughter, and excitement. That morning, young Prince Louis looked extra charming in his neat little outfit, with his bright eyes shining and a playful grin on his face. As the family walked together toward the church, Queen Camilla gently placed her hand on Louis's back, guiding him with care. The two shared a small but lovely conversation as they strolled side by side. Louis, known for his cheeky nature and endless energy, looked up at Camilla with curious eyes. In that simple, tender moment, it felt like a genuine connection blossomed between the mischievous prince and his step-grandmother. People watching couldn't help but smile. It was one of those sweet family scenes that made everyone forget the rumors and just enjoy a little burst of happiness. And another heartwarming moment came when Camilla visited the Isle of Man. Away from the grand palaces and royal duties, she met a kind mother holding twin boys dressed in matching blue coats. The sight of the cheerful twins made Camilla laugh, and she couldn't help but mention her own lively grandson. With a warm smile, she spoke about Prince Louis and how full of energy and fun he was. Her comment made the people around her laugh, too, and for a moment it showed a softer, playful side of the queen consort that people rarely get to see. There have even been quiet times during royal family picnics and garden parties where Prince Louis has run by Camilla, waving at his tiny hand or showing her a flower he picked. Once, at a summer charity event, onlookers caught a glimpse of Louis giggling as Camilla bent down to whisper something in his ear. Whatever she said made him burst into a fit of laughter, the kind only a little boy can have, pure, loud, and infectious. These moments, though small, made people pause and wonder, could it be that behind all the family drama and difficult history, there's a gentle, real bond between Camilla and Louis? Or are these just polite gestures made for the public? Some people believe Camilla knows how to behave when the cameras are watching. Others feel that these tiny exchanges show a woman trying in her own quiet way to connect with her step-grandchildren. And maybe little Louis, with his sweet smile and kind heart, can sense when someone means well. No one can say for sure what happens behind closed doors, but whether these moments are carefully planned or simply natural, they matter. They remind us that even in families with complicated stories, there's room for simple kindness and tender connections. After all, Prince Louis is a child who lights up every room he enters. His laughter and playfulness have a way of softening hearts. And Queen Camilla, who has walked a long, often difficult road in the royal family, might find unexpected joy in these innocent, happy moments. So, whether it's a hand on the back, a shared laugh, or a whispered joke in a sunny garden, these sweet little moments leave a mark, and they show that no matter how complicated life gets, love and warmth can find a way to shine through, even in a royal family watched by the whole world. Amidst this joy, Something wasn't right, and Louis made it known. What was meant to be a cheerful royal gathering turned into an unforgettable evening, all because of one small, honest gesture from little Prince Louis. It happened at Princess Catherine's beautiful Christmas carol service at Westminster Abbey, a night filled with music, kindness, and holiday magic. To celebrate the season, everyone at the service was asked to write little notes of thanks on bright red cards and hang them on a special kindness tree. These notes were meant to honor people who had made them smile or feel loved throughout the year. It was a simple idea, but it touched many hearts, especially with the young royals taking part. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and lively little Prince Louis arrived hand in hand with their proud parents. Kate and William, George and Charlotte held onto their cards tightly, keeping their messages private. But Louis, always full of charm and boldness, happily waved his card for all to see. In his sweet, slightly messy handwriting, Louis had written a message straight from the heart. He thanked his grandma and grandpa, Carol and Michael Middleton, Kate's parents, for playing games with him and making him laugh. The note was adorable, innocent, and honest, just like Louis himself. The Middleton family, sitting nearby, beamed with joy when they saw the little card. It was a tender family moment, and many in the room couldn't help but smile. But soon, people noticed something missing. There was no mention of Queen Camilla on Louis's card. In a room filled with royal watchers, guests, and reporters, this didn't go unnoticed. One person, perhaps trying to keep the mood light, quietly asked Louis why Camilla wasn't on his list. What happened next caught everyone off guard. Louis, with the honesty only a child could have, looked up with a serious face and softly said, "She's not telling the truth." The room fell completely silent. Kate's warm smile faded as she gently placed a hand on Louis's shoulder, motherly instinct kicking, and William seemed taken aback, unsure how to respond to his young son's bold words. But Louis wasn't finished. In his innocent, matter-of-fact way, he explained that Camilla had promised to play with him, but didn't. Instead, when he tried to join her, she scolded him and sent him away. The little prince admitted he felt sad and confused watching her sit quietly while he had hope for playtime. For a moment, no one spoke. The room held its breath, touched by the raw honesty of a child who spoke from the heart. Without any thought of royal rules or grown-up expectations, it wasn't meant to cause trouble. It was just a little boy sharing his feelings. The festive evening at Westminster Abbey had begun just as everyone hoped, with cheerful music, twinkling lights, and warm smiles all around. The air was filled with laughter, and even the royal family seemed relaxed and happy. Children giggled, guests chatted, and everything felt like the perfect start to Christmas. Prince Louis, known for his playful spirit and bright smile, made a surprising comment that instantly changed the mood in the room. What was meant to be a light, happy moment turned into something much bigger. And all eyes quickly turned to Queen Camilla. Camilla, who had been standing nearby, seemed caught off guard. For a split second, she didn't know how to react. A small, tight smile appeared on her face, but anyone paying attention could see the surprise in her eyes. The room, which had been full of laughter just moments before, suddenly grew quiet. People exchanged quick glances. It was as if a secret little window had opened into the royal family's private world, one the public rarely gets to see. Louis's simple, innocent words had touched on something deeper, something unspoken. Within minutes, the news spread like wildfire. Videos of the moment popped up everywhere online. People shared clips of Louis's candid remark, with wide-eyed emojis and shocked comments. Many praised the young prince for his honesty, calling him brave and sweet. Others focused on Camilla's reaction, noticing how uncomfortable she seemed in that brief, tense moment. Some even joked that children have a special way of seeing the truth, picking up on things grown-ups try to hide. A simple holiday tradition had suddenly become the evening's biggest story. What started as a night of songs and kind wishes turned unforgettable, all because of one little boy's honest words. It was a moment that showed the world how even in royal families, real feelings and little surprises can appear when no one's expecting them. With Prince Louis's unexpected revelation, many have come to realize an important truth. Sometimes the smallest voices can leave the biggest impact, especially when a child, not yet of age, speaks out about Camilla, someone many view as a symbol of strength and power within the royal family. So why did Louis choose to speak about his grandmother in this way? How could a child possibly understand the deep relationships within the family to this extent? Could this be a sign of underlying tensions within the royal family that were previously hidden? Queen Camilla is known to be fiercely protective of her family. So how might she react in this situation? Certainly, these questions are not just about one comment, but open up a whole series of untold stories. Share your thoughts in the comments below the video. What do you think about Louis's actions? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to continue following more intriguing stories.